Last question then before we close out here from John Robinson yet again.
John,
do you think the two Russians will step in the lineup after next year or go AHL?
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing with Khusnutdinov again is, first of all, once again, the roster construction for Minnesota. But he's showed that he's probably pretty close to being able to just stepping right in when he comes over. Because, I mean, he was legitimately unbelievable in the K last year. Yurov, we'll see what happens this year if he does get that elevator role that he should be getting with Magnitogorsk. And again, I think the fact that he signed that 1-year deal tells you a lot too. He didn't sign a 2-year. Fortunately, we're not just like hoping that it happens, because, you know, there's a little bit more hope in the fact that they got a new coach too. So for Yurov, it really does depend on how this year goes, how much ice time he really does get, and what that looks like. Khusnutdinov, it's a little bit more realistic. But again, it's just like with the way the roster's built, with the contracts that are there, like with the cap space and how much room there really is, it still really does depend on who's still here and who's gone, and how many young guys they really do want to actually throw in the fold in the NHL next season. Well, not next season, but the year after. But I mean, again, I think Khusnutdinov, and the thing with him too, though, it doesn't have to be a center. Like, I think because I mean, in the KHL, he like splits his time between center and wing already. So the fact that he played as well as he did, both positions, both ends of the ice, and how big of a step he took last year, that gives me like reason to believe that he's more than capable, or at least is capable of stepping in, you know, after that contract runs up. And we'll see about Ogre too.
Does it matter
that
Khusnutdinov's 4'11"?
Yeah, I mean, Dean Evison might just fight him every day, you know, and stuff him in lockers and hurt him and whatever. But you know what? He took a stick to the face and his mouth exploded. Then he came back and blocked a shot immediately. So that, you know, I don't think he cares.
This is fair.
But,
well, we did it. Did the thing.
I don't know how we stretched this. Well, actually, it was thanks to Twitter. We stretched this one out to 1 hour and 50 with nothing to talk about.